Hello, Flosstube. Nice to be back. It's been almost 2 weeks. This is actually Thursday night. I'm filming my Flosstube a little bit early. Usually I do it first thing Saturday morning, but this Saturday I am going to be attending the virtual retreat from Acorns and Threads. So I'm getting this filmed now and it'll be a little bit quick, but I'll have it set to post on Saturday morning as usual. First off, thank you all for the lovely comments and so many of your favorite treats. I even got recipes from some people who are willing to share. I should not ask questions about food because every time I checked it made me extremely hungry, but it was really nice to hear from so many of you about things that you enjoy in the fall, so thank you. Moving right along, getting into stitching in action first, and this week we have two. Betsy K. Betsy K was killing it this week. She sent me two finishes. The first one is Quilting Bee, and not only is this beautifully stitched, but she did all the pinning and framing herself, so extra impressive on that one. I love the way it came out with the green frame as well. The second one is from the Life with Cats, and again, Betsy K. This time she customized the cat to look like her cat, Hamilton, which I think is wonderful. She changed the colors in the face, so that's another one that came out very well, and again, great finishing. Thank you, Betsy K. As always, anyone who wants to share their finishes can submit them through the website, the Stitching in Action page, and if you go to the website www.blueflowerstitching.com, you can take a look at all of the great things that other stitchers have done with Blue Flower designs, so always inspiring to go there. Now, inspired by Betsy, I thought I would briefly discuss a couple of models that I haven't gone over yet. These are the Life with Cats series. So first up we have the very first one that I did, and beautiful finishing by Jolene of Acorns and Threads on all of these. I don't know if you can see her corners there, always are amazing to me. My corners never quite come out that way, but lovely work and even lovely on the back. This one, We Are Not Amused. Obviously, we've got a cat there, got a little string of yarn going around, and some rats, mice, probably rats. Anyway, that's that one. That one is Life with Cats Not Amused. Second one is called Life with Cats Royal Audience. I had a whole theme. I have a lot more ideas for these, but I don't know if I'm going to do any more or when I will. This one was inspired by my cat Pilsner. There's a chair very similar to this in my office, and he would very often sit on that chair and watch me work, and pretty sure judge me. But that was the inspiration for that one. You may have seen that chair in some photos of Rye. She continues to believe that it is big enough for a growing greyhound, and it is not any longer big enough for a growing greyhound. So she constantly tries to wedge herself in. Once she gives up, I think Pilsner can have his chair back. This is the last one so far, called Best Bed. So you can see we've got the box that the beautiful fancy cat bed came in, and then the adjustment so that the cat's sitting in the box as they do. So again, these are the Life with Cats ones. They are available through your local needle workshop or on the website. And that's just a lightning glimpse of those before Betsy made her personalizations to them. So thank you again, Betsy. What I'm stitching. Briefly, I've been working, I haven't had a lot of stitching time this past 2 weeks, and I've put pretty much all of it into Hollyberry Farm. I don't like to have a lot of whips going at one time, and so this is one that's been active since last Halloween, and I'd really like to, I'd like to wrap it up. Plus, I'm eager to charge along the design to where I get to add more colors. That's always fun. So I've turned the corner over here, made it to the bottom border. I've been able to add the tombstone, the pumpkins, the foundations of the house, which I think looks so good against that really mottled rusty nail linen from Kitten Stitcher. So that's that. And then for those of you who would like to see, this is the original from Stacy Nash Primitives. So you can see I've mixed up the colors slightly. I've done this backwards, haven't I? There we go. Everything over in the way it ought to be. So there's the comparison. It's still a lot of fun, and I have a ways to go, but I would love to finish it up this season. Yeah, that would be great. On to Stash Spotlight. Let's see, I'm not going to talk about any charts this time, but I have a couple of things to highlight. First off, I got some linen, continuing my hoarding of linen, from xJudesign, and I believe I ordered it directly from her Etsy website. but I know a lot of stores are starting to carry this as well. So first one, Old Blue, nice pale blue color here. Second one, Baby Sheep, again a nice rich light color. This one is called Rustic Drab, very autumnal, I think. This one I love, Marbled Pointer. Reminds me of a dog we used to have. And then this one is Rustic Driftwood. And if you haven't used xJudesign's linen, it's lovely linen. It feels very nice. It always comes very quickly, especially considering it comes to you from so far away. Depending on where you are, unless you're hungry, that comes from quite close. But with this whole palette I thought was really lovely. Mostly autumn, but also could transition from winter into spring. So there's that one. The other thing that I received is from just another button company. I'm a member of the Pin Mini Club, or I get a group of pins every month. And this month, I'll show them better. Look at that. The ghost, the bat, the little owl. These are great. I'm gonna have to do something that uses these because every time they're just really, really cute, and I have a little collection going. It's a lot of fun. Maybe we should have a swap meet and trade pins. Next time I get to go to an actual in-person retreat, I might bring along my pin collection and see if there's anybody who wants to swap around different ones. So that's my stash. The world around. This couple of weeks has been all about the Canada Goose where we live, because they are rolling over, and certainly everywhere I have lived in my life, I think, has had geese passing by. But here is the first time that they pass literally right over your head. They're not just a series of honks and some specks high up in the sky. Because we live near wetlands, they are taking off and landing right over your head, and they come down so low that you can actually hear the wind just singing off their wings as they try so hard to fly and get their body weight through. I tend to forget what hard work it must be to propel a body like that through the air, and then when you get so close you can actually hear it happening. It's pretty astonishing. So they're lots of fun for me to see. I've put a couple pictures in here just from the web. I didn't get any photographs myself because when I'm out with the dogs, they don't like to just wander carefully and quietly up to the geese so I can take a picture. They tend to be a little bit more disruptive. So I've got someone else's pictures of the Canada Goose, and yeah, always a pleasure to see those coming through. They're heading out in advance of the cold front. I think some other people in the West are getting that same cold front this weekend. So time to button everything up and remember that it's not just the beginning of fall. We're well into it. So that's my world around. Questions from viewers. I didn't actually have any questions from people this past 2 weeks, so I'm going to go ahead and ask a question of you. I've been watching Julie McConnell at Reflections Framing and Stitching, which if you haven't checked out her floss tubes, I think they're a lot of fun. She does a chart of the week or chart of the episode and takes the chart, shows you the fabric that it was charted for, and then shows you different options of things she has available right now in the shop. Again, given the perpetual linen shortages that we're all dealing with, but I love that it's something similar and then something different to show you how the threads would look against a different fabric. And you know, I always love to see different options, see what happens. So if you get a chance to check out Julie, that's always fun. And the digression there was that she tends to ask a question, which I thought was really nice. So I'm going to ask a question too, if anyone wants to share with me. I would like to know your favorite hot drink. Again, we're getting cooler weather here, and of course I love coffee, I love tea, I love hot cider, I love hot chocolate. I really like hot drinks. Yeah, I think there's something wonderful about clutching a hot mug. Even in the morning in the summer, I go for the coffee. But yeah, I like a lot of hot drinks. So I'd love to hear from you. What is your favorite? What's the one you really enjoy? And if you use the word drink, not giveaway, but drink, I will give away something in the next episode, and it's going to be in honor of autumn. This chart, Sampler of the Season from Brenda Gervais with By Needle and Thread, and this is the autumn one. I have the whole set that's going to be given away over the next however many floss tubes. I haven't decided if I'll do them all in a row or just as they become seasonal. So tell me your favorite hot drink and mention the word drink. You'll get in the running to win that one, and hopefully you can stitch it and enjoy something lovely and warm. Last time, goodness, we had a giveaway, and for that I got to hear everyone's favorite treats. Again, I even got recipes on some. If anyone else wants to share a recipe, I won't say no, because there was some luscious sounding treat activity going on. So the winner, dun, 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 who gets these two beautiful Silken Colors flosses, Ring Around the Rosy and Dark Forest, is Merritt Crawford. Thank you very much. Her favorite treat is homemade cookies, and I really don't know who could argue with that. So thank you, Merritt. On to the best things this week. The first thing is Acorns and Threads has a Flosstube, which I'm so excited about. They're just brief little introductions to the staff so far and talking about some of their favorite things, which, you know, I like things that are just quick so I can catch them in between work and dogs and life. So that's always fun, and it's been delightful to get to see them. I wish I could see them really in person this weekend, but at least I get to see them on the screen, and you can too at the Acorns and Threads Flosstube. The other thing that I've been really enjoying is coffee sugar, and I forgot to bring it out and put it here because I'm a little scattered today, but I've been enjoying this cardamom and some sugar. I think it's mostly cardamom that I've been putting in my coffee, and it just reminds me of coffee that a friend of mine from Syria made. We both lived in Dallas at the same time, and now she lives in Kansas and I live here. So I haven't had her coffee in a long time, and she always put cardamom in it. It was so wonderful. I had to be very careful because it was extremely powerful, so I couldn't have more than two, or I'd just be sort of gently fizzing the rest of the day. But having this cardamom sugar, it really has been a treat. I don't usually put anything in my coffee at all, but I'm loving this cardamom, and I had tried just putting cardamom spice in. It wasn't quite doing it, but this has a little bit of bitter orange, and oh, that's just delightful. So that's been something I've really been enjoying. That is all I have for today. Again, I'm going to be busy on the weekend going to the virtual retreat, but I hope you all get some wonderful stitching time. I look forward to hearing about your hot drinks, and we have a few minutes of Rye video at the end. She's not quite as active as usual the past 10 days because she was just spayed, so she's been recovering from that a little bit. I did get some running videos from before the operation, so we worked those in, but that's it for me. So email me your questions, tell me your hot drinks, submit your stitching in action. I'd love to see what you've been working on, and I'd love to hear from you. I hope you have a lovely weekend, and I will see you in a couple of weeks. Thank you very much. Bye.